You're watching Jakarta Globe News Channel. This is The Perspective. My name is Florence Armein. Last year in 2015, QQ held the third Asia Spelling Cup 2015 in Bangkok, where two Indonesian students in primary and secondary levels, Felicia Danielle and Samuel Tang, primary and secondary levels, came out as winners for their respective group in Asia's largest spelling cup. Now this year, they're hosting the 4th Asia ASC 2016 in Bangkok, and we have with us here in The Perspective in the studio one of the finalists, one out of 50 finalists, 11-year-old Vinceno Pierre Romulus from Sekolah Bunda Mulia. Hello.
Hello.
Pierre. How are you?
Fine. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you. It's lovely to have you here. We spoke to last year's winner, Samuel Tang. He was very excited when he was chosen as one of the 24 finalists. How did you feel when it was announced you were one of the top 50?
I was feeling excited. I felt happy to be one of the finalists in the spelling bee, and I feel like I could do well in it.
That's great confidence. What inspired you to want to join the ASC?
When it announced the finalists, I wanted to try something new. I wanted to challenge myself to new competitions and other stuff. And I hope I can win. I will try to win and all that stuff.
But what is the unique point about spelling bee or spelling competition that you feel you can perform in?
I joined many spelling bees before. I did well in it. Sometimes I got
local spelling bees.
Yeah, local spelling bees. I did well in it. I sometimes got one of the top 3. So I feel like I can do this well. But
So you feel it's time for you to take it to an international or global level. So you're going up against 50 other finalists from Southeast Asia, from Asian countries, and what goes into your mind when you think about 50 other people who are just excited as you are?
I feel challenged because since they're excited, they might try to do their best to win. So I'm gonna try my best to win too, and do well in the spelling competition. But
and what about school at the moment? You're in 6th grade.
Yes.
I hear you're a big fan of mathematics and PE. And so how has this affected your daily schedule? Being in practice, you're leaving. Your competition is on the 12th of November.
Yes.
In the next few days. So how has that affected your daily schedule?
Hasn't really affected it at all. But the only thing that affected it is my school time. Like now, we're having this show, and when the competition date from 11 November till 13, we go home on Sunday, and Monday we have school. So we have a late flight. It's at midnight, so I might go to school. On Monday, I might sleep or something in school.
Because it was a late.
It was a late flight.
Late flight. But speak of which, how are your parents and your teachers and your classmates reacted to this, and do you think they have been very supportive?
My teacher and my parents are supportive. My classmates didn't really care that much since they didn't really care about academics, but I'm really excited, and I thank you for my parents and teachers' support also.
For the opportunity. Now I understand your finalists from Sekolah Bunda Mulia.
Yes.
It's not just Pierre. We have Valerie and Salwa. And are these your classmates, or they're from different
Valerie
class?
is my classmate. Salwa is in a different class.
Do you spend a lot of time together?
Not really.
Discussing the words or
Not
practicing?
really. Only in practice we discuss each other with each other.
And how many hours of practice do you go through a day?
I think at school we have 1.5 hours of practice. When we reach home, I think I practice around 2 hours with my sister. I study the words she she says it, and I have to spell it out. So that's how much, around 3 hours. If with practice day, there's 3 hours. Daily, there's 2 hours.
Okay, that's a lot of practice. And besides Salwa and Valerie and your teacher, obviously, what are the things that you include in your practice? Do you watch movies of spelling bees? Do you read books or references about spelling bees?
I read the tricks. I watch in YouTube the tricks of spelling bees, how to do well in it. I also search online the hard words that I can study that might pop up in the spelling bee.
Now, what about the local competition that you have been? You said you've been in the top 3, usually in the competition, and has that helped in building more self-esteem and confidence?
Yeah, I guess so, because I won, and the words are also pretty hard. So I feel like I can do this well. At least try to get in top 10 maybe.
Okay, that's a very good goal. Now, you mentioned about the words being very hard. What was the hardest word that you have had in the competition before? I mean, so far.
So far, I think the ones that are hardest is like baccalaureate. I think it's said or it's pronounced, and some other and I forgot other because I cannot pronounce it since it's very hard.
How do you spell baccalaureate?
I think it's spelled BACCAULAURETTE, if I'm not wrong. That's probably wrong.
It's all right. We probably have the time to check that out. So, are there special preparations before you go, before you leave for Bangkok?
Yeah, I think I have preparations with my teacher, and I had preparations at home too. My mom forced me to study that much, and I guess I'm prepared enough.
All right, we'll talk more about your preparation and your upcoming competition when we come back after the short break.